Time for lunch. So we're going to have the beef and buckwheat kasha, the beef with vegetables, luncheon meat, tea with sugar, raspberry drink, and the whole wheat crackers. So we'll get this tea and raspberry drink made up. And just a tea bag. I'll stick that one in there. And I'll just chuck in just a little bit of sugar as well. Don't usually put sugar into my tea, usually just like it black with no sugar, but give this a go. So just let that steep in there for a bit. And we'll do up our raspberry drink. Once again, a little tear strip at the side here. And got the sugars inside. Straight away, a lot darker than the cherry drink. And we'll give him a stir. And just a slightly darker colour now after it's been stirred up. We'll crack open this luncheon meat first. Hopefully this one survived a bit better than that pate that we had. Oh, there we go. Some really nice fats and stuff there around the side. Give it a smell. Oh, that just smells like a nice corned beef or something like that that you'd get, especially in a can. So, I don't know whether to try and pop it out or actually leave it in there. Might actually pop it out, I think. If I can. There we go. Let's lift it up to give you a look. There. Looking pretty good. And we'll pop these crackers onto the tray as well. So we've just got the whole wheat ones here. I'll just chuck on half of the pack. And they look really, really nice. Great colour, and from where they've baked it, it just looks fantastic, these. So first I'm just going to spoon some of this kasha out onto the tray and see a bit of the meat which is all minced through with the buckwheat as well. Just chuck that little bit on there. And I'll just pour this beef with the beans and veggies out here as well. There we go. Wow, a lot of gravy in that thing, which is great. So we're all ready to go, and just a reminder that this is only about a third of the actual kasha that we had, so that's why it looks like there's a lot less on here. With these veggies, look really good. Might start with that first, and just a spoonful of veggies at the moment, but you might be able to see some tiny little bits of carrot in there, potato, onion, heaps of beans, and the nice gravy as well. Give it a crack. Gee, that is really good. Let's see if I can get some of the meat. Here we go. Get some meat and veggies as well. And chuck that on our spoon. Have it the way it was intended. That is absolutely fantastic. The meat in here just melts in your mouth, absolutely falls apart. You can see here that it's real meat too. There's plenty of fat on there from it. And with the sauce, it's a really, really nice sort of gravy that just is actually quite fresh, considering. Veggies, really well cooked. Nice, soft, go really well together. Yep, that's fantastic. And let's try this kasha. So this is the beef and buckwheat. Yeah, the kasha is really, really nice. It's got like a salted meat inside of it. You can also taste some of the herbs in there. You can't actually identify really what they are, but there is definitely bay leaf that was used in it. Works really, really well. I might try some of the beef, veggies, and kasha all together. Oh, that is absolutely cracking. That is awesome. And check out the inside bit there of that beef. How good does that look? That's perfect. Nice little chunk of beef in there. I wish there was actually more meat. I do like having a fair bit of meat on my plate, but that's all right. Beggars can't be choosers. Wow, really is just melting your mouth. That absolutely spot on. And I think these two really do work well together as well. And I'll give this tea a go. So still nice light colour. Yeah, absolutely perfect. Their tea and coffee in the Russian rations, absolutely fantastic. So I'll give some of this whole wheat cracker a go. Wow, I don't know what it is with these crackers, but no, it's the second time I've actually had them, and both times they've had a weird sort of chemical taste to it. Strange. Might be normal, not sure, but you know, still pretty good. Texture's great. And let's try and get a nice little slice of this luncheon meat to chuck on here. And we'll give that a go on the cracker. Well, that's actually a lot better than I was expecting. It's almost like a sandwich sort of Devon meat or something like that. You know, we get some sort of a sausage mix which you can slice up and put on your sandwiches with some tomato sauce. Goes really well. And that's what this actually reminds me of. You can really taste the pepper that they've put into here as well. So something I will do is actually try and chuck a bit of everything here on some cracker and see how it all goes on there as well with that texture sort of hit. Yeah, unfortunately that chemical taste in those crackers really overpowers the rest of it. It's really unfortunate. Let's try this raspberry drink. Wow, that was really, really good. A lot stronger in flavour to the cherry, and the sweetness once again wasn't overpowering. It wasn't too sweet. Will say I'm pretty disappointed in these crackers. However, the rest of it, especially this beef with vegetables, oh, that is a 10 out of 10, I reckon. Absolutely fantastic. Kasha, really, really nice as well. Nice sort of salted meat and texture there with that buckwheat. Absolutely fantastic. Luncheon meat, wasn't sure what to expect, but was very pleasantly surprised with it. And the tea, really, really nice as well. Great flavour and taste. So let's check out dinner. So finally for dinner we've got the spick, the beef meatballs, cheese, officer's chocolate, apple jam. I've got the salt and pepper here, not sure if I'm going to use it yet, but we'll wait and see. We've also got the peach drink and the 2 last packs of crackers. So I'll get this main heated up in some hot water and the rest of it out on a tray. So let's check the spick out. I'm really, really interested to see this. I've seen so many other people review it and get it in their rations, but never had the chance myself. Oh, wow. And I was told that you do eat this stuff cold. I'll give that a smell. Wow. To be honest, I really can't smell anything in that. It's, yeah, it doesn't smell like pork or anything at all. Quite weird. I might just try and play around with some and just see if we can pull a bit up or something. Whoop. And just a whole heap of fat there. Jeez. Going to be interesting. And we'll get this cheese going. That opened really, really well. Really nice and easy. Great colour to it. And yeah, got a nice little sort of canned cheese smell to it. Or even if you've got those sorts of cheeses for the kids for their lunchbox for school, it smells exactly like those. As I'll open up this officer chocolate. Wow, look at that. Very, very, very good. Now, that isn't bloom. That's actually just a bit of damage from where it's been knocked around inside of the packet. So that is in perfect condition. Awesome. Get some of these crackers open as well, just a couple of each, I reckon. So grab a few of these plain wheat ones and some of these whole wheat as well. Bit more broken those. The apple jam really is a favourite for a lot of people in these Russian rations, and like I'm no exception. I absolutely love this stuff. I've only tried it once, and when I did, just absolutely fell in love with the stuff. It's fantastic. So put a decent glob on there. And it looks grainy, but it doesn't really taste too grainy. Well, the last one I had anyway. Well, they are really, really good. You can taste that they are beef, and they're very, very soft though. It does seem to be a processed meat that they've used for it. However, still very nice tasting. It could definitely do with some salt and pepper, so I'll chuck some salt on here. A touch of pepper as well. Well, very, very fine sort of powder pepper that. And let's see how that goes. Yeah, salt and pepper really sends it to a whole new level, especially this sauce. This sauce is pretty plain on its own, just your normal sort of very, very light tomato sauce that comes in these. However, once the salt and pepper hits it, it just makes it a lot richer and stronger. Absolutely fantastic. And with these meatballs, the best way I can describe them to someone would be like the meatballs you get from IKEA. So if you've ever had the meatballs from IKEA, that's exactly what these are like. So I guess it's time to give this spick a go. Let's get a little bit here. And actually see if you can see that there. It's pretty much just fat. That's all this really is. That's funny, the texture is almost a bit like a very firm jelly, and it's the flavor's very, very bland, to be honest with you. It doesn't taste anything like pork at all, so it's kind of really hard to actually explain. However, I did promise to show you what they do with this spick, and all they really do is actually slice it up, put it on some crackers, and eat it like that. That's it. It's actually not bad with the crackers. The saltiness comes out a lot more from this spick here, and it is quite good with the whole texture difference between the two. So it's not something I'd probably really want to eat. However, it was great to finally try it and see what it was all about. Very, very interesting. Might actually have another meatball just to try and cleanse my palate a bit, I think. And this cheese looks to be pretty interesting, so we'll give that a crack next. Let's try and dig out a little bit here. Put some of that on a cracker as well. I wonder if it spreads. No, not too bad, actually. Kind of surprised at that. So, got the cheese there, looking pretty good. Well, I'm not usually a cheese fan, but that there is absolutely fantastic. Very, very light flavour, absolutely fantastic. And I might actually try a bit of this meatball on a cracker with the cheese at the same time. We'll see how that goes. That was really good, worked fantastic together. The richness of the sauce, the meatiness of those meatballs, is along with that cheesiness, with the crunch of the crackers, just absolutely spot on there. Really good. And might as well try some of this drink here. Geez, that peach drink is absolutely fantastic. Nice sweetness to it, but it's not too sweet. Just very, very natural in flavour. All three of these drinks that I've had in this have been absolutely spot on. Absolutely love them. I'll give this apple jam a go just on its own first. Looking really nice. Yeah, that stuff is great. It feels quite pulpy as soon as you put it into your mouth, but then it just falls apart and just melts in your mouth. This stuff is amazing. Great sweetness to it as well. Let's try it with the cracker. Goes fantastic there with those crackers on it. Just a great way to have it. Just get yourself a good dollop on there and just shove it in your gob. And finally, let's get into this officer's chocolate here. Let's break that apart, give you a cross-section view. Jeez, looks fantastic that. Absolutely spot on. A fantastic dark chocolate this. It's about a 70% cocoa in flavour, but there is a nice little bit of sweetness there just to break up the richness of that cocoa. So thanks heaps to Trader of Cheese for sending this one to me. Absolutely had a blast checking it out, mate. Cheers. And everyone, if you enjoyed this one, please leave a thumbs up, also a comment, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Really hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram too. Cheers for watching, everyone. See ya.